Take you to the Eastern Cape in Mthatha, where the United Democratic Movement celebrates its 26th anniversary today. Our reporter Siphosethu Booi joins us live from there with an update on how the preparations are going. Siphosethu, what's it looking like?
Well, like we spoke earlier on at the 7 a.m. crossing, and I did say that we're expecting to see people now making their way to the Walter Sisulu University Stadium here in Mthatha. So to answer that question of where some of the members are and when we can expect them making their way to the stadium is Yongama Zigebe, the Secretary General of the UDM. Yongama, please brief us in terms of when they'll be making their way towards the stadium.
All right. People have arrived. I've just received reports that Port Elizabeth is here in Mthatha. There is an area whereby we're receiving them because there's no a huge space for parking inside the stadium. So what we've arranged for another parking lot whereby we are going to meet them, and the organizing team from the Eastern Cape Provincial Executive Committee will meet them there and distribute T-shirts so that when they come down, already adorned with our regalia, and also to provide them with breakfast, because you know that it's been a long road, 6 hours from 3 a.m. up until now. So they need to have something to eat. We need to take care of our people in order for them to take care of South Africa. So that's what we're going to do. Iduka also has arrived. From the provinces, Free State had arrived around about 4 a.m. We had organized for them to go and refresh in a close-by facility, and they will have breakfast there. As soon as that, between 8 and 9, they'll start trickling in. Gauteng also is just a few kilometers away. Limpopo, I was told that it just passed Mount Frey or Coxsad, around that area. So they start coming in, and they'll start trickling into the stadium. So we are on time according to our expectations as to when we are going to start, because we are going to start the program exactly at 11:30. But before then, there's going to be an entertainment program, which our artists are going to be performing, and then as people are coming in. But we're expecting people to have been seated around 10 a.m., 10:30.
And the officials, the president, deputy president, and all the other stakeholders, what time are they going to be making their way to the area, if people will be making their way slowly but surely around 9:30 towards 10?
The expectation is that at 1 o'clock, in fact, it's not an expectation, at 1 o'clock the president will deliver his keynote address, exactly at 1 o'clock. Around 11:30 towards 12 o'clock, the National Office Management Committee will start coming in, because they are already in Mthatha. They slept over, and some of them had spent the entire week here in Mthatha. The Provincial Executive Committee is around. It is working with the local organizing committee for the KSD region. So they're already here. But when it comes to them having seated, we'll start seeing them at 11:30 when our program starts. Then we're going to expect the president to come in at around about 12:30 towards 1:45, because he has another engagement in Mount Frey. He has just left for Mount Frey because he was invited a long time ago by a chief to come and address the issues, because we've seen him a couple of months going around addressing issues of pensioners, ex-miners, teachers, and so on. So he's still in that engagement process. So now you do not, when you're called by a chief, especially him coming from a royal family, so you cannot turn down the invitation of a chief just because you need to address a session. Hence, previously in our planning, we had said by 12 o'clock you need to address this gathering, but then we had to move it to 1 o'clock because of that engagement. However, as you know, President Holomisa, he's very allergic to people who do not keep to time. So at 1 o'clock, I know for a fact whether the stadium is full or not, whether we are here or not, he's going to address the nation.
Yongama Zigebe, Secretary General of the United Democratic Movement. The proceedings are expected to start at 1 o'clock. That's when the UDM president will be delivering his speech. The SG just saying that whether the stadium is full or not, he will address his keynote at 1 o'clock, keeping to the time here at the Walter Sisulu University. University Stadium in Mthatha.
Very well. Siphosethu Booi giving us an update there on some of the expectations ahead of that keynote address at 1 o'clock as the UDM celebrates 26 years of existence. Still